Right, so we're here at Donington GP. We've got our car back, still some gremlins, but we're going to do the best that we can. Donington's track I really, really love. I really enjoy circuit. I love the fast flowing sections. That's kind of my driving style. But yeah, it's getting tight now, so we need to really, really push to show what performance we've got. But yeah, massive shout out to Colin and Super Tune Team because they've been absolutely amazing to get it ready for this weekend. I couldn't do it without Colin, you know, and the team have been working tirelessly to try and keep me in this fight. So thank you. The best that we can do is go show what we've got today. So let's give it some.
Hello everybody, we are here at Donington Park for the penultimate round of the Porsche Club Championship with Pirelli. We have an exciting lineup today with the AM Championship title battle getting ever closer.
Well, my man, you'll be kind, yeah?
I love you, man. We're here and we're still fighting.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm so pleased we're here. It was tough, but we got it, didn't we?
The drivers are heading out for their qualifying laps now. If you remember, this championship has 2 races per round. Their fastest time sets the qualifying position for race 1, and their second fastest time sets their place for race 2.
So we've just done quali and we've got a P5, P6. We landed a 45 lap in the dry. We haven't had the chance to have that before because the testing was really difficult. So pleased with a low 45, to be fair. The car's performing, that's all we need. So let's make a fight for the rest of the race. The races are going to be wet anyway, so that's going to level things out a lot more. So looking forward to it.
It's a big gamble.
You know, I said what I said to you from the beginning.
Yeah, you're going to trust me.
Whatever you say,
I don't want to mess it up.
no. Whatever you say, I believe in, and I won't hold you accountable because I know none the wiser. I'm none the wiser.
I'm really tempted to take the gamble, put the wets on. The wets are more of a gamble, I think, at this point. But it's kind of, you want to be doing the opposite to everyone else, don't you?
Yeah.
For the gamble to pay off. Like if you're the only one on wets and they're all on slicks and then it rains,
You're going to be perfect, yeah. They're about to do it now. 146.
What?
So that's 15 seconds slower than optimum.
Getting sketchy also. This is hardcore.
I don't know.
It's just not one way or the other. Strasser are going slicks. I think we should gamble on the wet. But you see the rain now, can't you?
It's going to be one way or the other, isn't it? It's going to be, you're
Yeah.
either going to be quick at the beginning or you're going to be quicker at the end if you take the opposite strategy.
Yeah. Where'd you get that weather from? So this one.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be on slicks. Why do you, if everyone's on slicks, you're good at it on slicks, aren't you? It's like playing it safe.
I don't know what to say. Because this is make or break type stuff now, right?
I guess we've got a good option of softening her up.
Only advantage is my slicks are worn, my wets are worn.
Yeah.
So this weather would be best because it's functioning as AA52, right?
Yeah. You'll potentially kill the wetness, but out in a blaze of glory. We're crunch time and we've got to get over this. I think the way that's looking, it's got to be slicks. Yeah. Slicks. Alright, stick with the slicks.
Flipping heck. God almighty, don't know what to say.
It's looking like we might have some rain approaching, so I think we'll all keep our fingers crossed it stays away. If it doesn't, I think it might make for some very interesting racing. Remember, this championship races to a time limit, so that means that if the drivers choose to go out on slicks and it rains, there is little to no time to get into the pit and swap over to a set of wets, so it has to be a tactical decision.
Things we do for Mr. Khan, eh?
It's not really wet enough out there, I wouldn't have thought, for a wet tyre, but it's certainly going to be tricky on a slick tyre to build some temperature to start with. It's quite blustery out there, there's still a high chance of rain for what is timetabled now, by the look of things, to be a 23-minute race, by the look of things. A couple of minutes have been chopped off it. So that's the grid fully formed. Green flag should be waved at the tail end of the order. 23 minutes are on the clock, and we're about to get round 11 of the 2025 Porsche Club Motorsport with Pirelli Championship underway here at Donington Park. Oliver Chatham on pole position for the AM Championship. Lights will come on the gantry, and they will then flash their way out very shortly. Red lights on, and we're off. Darren Labbett has a big spin in second place, and Jason Brown, what a launch. He comes flying up the inside of the number 15 car of Shiraz Khan. It's a slippy start for everyone as they're now making their way up to Redgate Corner. Shiraz really needs to make up some places in this race to ensure he keeps his position in the championship. All is at stake here. The drivers and some of the people that I was chatting to in between conditions, not wet, not dry, but just damp and greasy, that Simon Clark could be the one to watch in the club championship. As the main pack just then tumbles its way down through the crane of curves and the old hairpin for the first time. Shiraz Khan going wheel to wheel there with the number 53 car, which is Wayne Gregory, who was the Boxster champion last year and steps up to Class 2 for this year. Darren Labbett gaining his places back, a great drive from him. Shiraz needs to be careful here. After a decent start, he has slipped down into 7th position. And that's another place lost. He's now sitting in 8th. It's not going well for him here. There's Oliver Chatham at the wheel of the Class 2 leading car, number 69 car, and he's got a bit of a gap, hasn't he, between himself and the number 27 in the hands of Barrington Darcy. Still stuck in 7th position, Shiraz Khan. All the AM Championship cars seem to be doing an equal pace at the minute, making it difficult for any overtaking opportunities. also had a shuffle in the order because Wayne Gregory, number 53, has lost a few places there. So through has gone the bronze-coloured car. So that's going to be Jason Brown that's gone through. Tom Andrews gone through as well. So it's now down to, I think, 7th in Class 2 for the number 53 car of Wayne Gregory, the boxing champion from last year. And if he looks in his mirrors, Shiraz Khan, who is the championship leader in Class 2, is right behind him. And that's Oliver Chatham, who and wins round 11 here. The first 2 races we've got this weekend, or today at least, on the Grand Prix circuit at Donington Park. He wins the AM category. From Barrington Darcy in his first Class 2 race, he finishes 2nd in Class 2. And 3rd should go the way of Darren Lebet, who comes through to finish on the podium overall, and just outside of the top 10 in the AM category, or Class 2, as it's also known. Wayne Gregory still busy squabbling away with Jason Brown and Tom Andrews. They came over the start-finish line, and Shiraz Khan was not that far away. Things will have changed after this race in the Porsche Club AM Championship. Shiraz, who was currently the championship leader, will now surely have moved down the table, as there wasn't many points between the top 4 drivers, so he really needs to perform in the next race, where he starts 5th on the grid.
Not a great day, the office gang. We've had quite a lot of highs, haven't we? So now, fortunately, it's not our day. I just didn't have the pace. Got nothing to complain about the car, nothing to complain about anyone. Everyone's done everything they can, but got off the line quite well, got a decent launch, and then just didn't have the pace. I couldn't push on. I need to go through the data and understand why or what was going on, but I wasn't able to unlock that fast lap pace that I thought I would have. So yeah, man, really tough day at the office, really. In a couple of hours, I need to get rid of this in my mind and work for the next one, so we'll see how it goes. This is the race, right? So the start was actually quite good. This guy flies up the inside. He's like, alright, that's pretty good. So we're good. So what we're trying to do here is just go through the data, because there was a big difference between quali and my lap times in the race. Usually I'm faster in the race, but this time I was slower. And there's no real explanation why. The car's performing exactly the same. It's just me. I'm not performing the same. I think what's really important about going through data is it allows you to understand where you're not performing quite right. And if you've got laps to compare against, so qualifying, fine, it was completely dry. I agree that there was still a little bit of moisture on the road, but we were driving as if it was dry. So it's now me understanding that I need to be a bit more aggressive on the brakes. For example, up to the top of the hill before we come to the back straight. I know I need to be on balance throttle earlier on that turn 1. It's just understanding where your failings are probably and how you can up them. So it just gives you a clearer picture as to, rather than losing hope like I have been for the last 20-30 minutes, gives you an opportunity to say, all right, fine, this is where it is. Objectively, I can improve X. Let's try and do that for next race. And if I can find myself in a good position, then I can use this information to keep either people behind or keep chasing people in front. So data is really, really important. And actually, if you don't get the chance to do it, then maybe you're losing out. So yeah, can't undervalue it enough.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the final race of the day for the Porsche Club Motorsport AM Championship, with Pirelli here live at Donington Park on the Grand Prix circuit. We had an exciting race 1 where we saw Oliver Chatham take the victory, and I think ahead of race 2, once again, there's confusion amongst the paddock as to whether to race on the wet tyres or slick tyres, a gamble nobody wants to get wrong. So race 2 on the grid, we have Oliver Chatham in first place, followed by Darren Lebet in second. On the second row of the grid, we have Barrington Darcy in third and Andrew Porter in fourth. And then the man we've all been speaking about, Shiraz Khan, sitting 5th on the grid. He really needs to make up some places this race because his championship title is at stake. And in 6th, we've got Wayne Gregory, another key contender for this year's AM Championship title. And hopefully we'll get this race underway without too much of a delay. The few spits of rain that were coming down has now turned into full rain, I'm afraid. So it is going to make it very, very tricky indeed, particularly
if in the assembly area you opted for the Pirelli slick tire and thought that that might be the way to go. We'll find out because we've got 25 minutes on the clock, and let's see as to who might be able to contain the wheel spin more than anything when the lights go out. Red lights come on the gantry. They all tread gingerly up towards Redgate Corner, and as they turn their way through Redgate, does everybody contain the wheel spin on the exit as they get back on the throttle, stay off the curbs? It is going to be Oliver Chatham in first, then Darren Labbit second, Andrew Porter in third, and then Shiraz Khan and Wayne Gregory fighting wheel to wheel as they come down into the Craner curves. And we have an off. Shiraz Khan pushed on to the grass. He regains traction on the tarmac but is down 2-3 places, so now sits again like the first race in 8th position. Donington Park is one of those circuits that can be very unforgiving in the wet. Lots of cambered corners, makes for a tricky wet race. Let's see what Shiraz can do here to come back. He's been known to like his wet racing and has had a lot of confidence in the past. There's still 24 minutes remaining, so plenty of time yet to come. There's a spin in the background, and I'm afraid that is going to be Julian Dye that is spun coming out of McLean's corner. The car slides downhill on the wet grass, makes light contact with the barriers, and he will be able to continue in the race with, I would imagine, just a very light touch to his car. So, down the straight to the Fogarty S's. Shiraz already chasing down the 77 car of Tom Andrew. It's going to be a game of patience now. Keep calm and consistent. Wait for the other drivers to make errors. And there you go, Andreas Giorgio trying to catch the tail end of that Boxster as he slides around. Shiraz Khan says thank you very much as he takes back 2 places. The early Class 2 leading car, that in the AM class, looks as though it's Oliver Chatham once more, who is... In fact, no, the early leader in Class 2, the AM class, is going to be, by the look of things, Jason Brown, is it not? Who has had a brilliant first lap. He is there, yeah, that's Jason Brown there, knocking on the door of what is Mark McAleer, the front row starter. So he's up into 5th position, Jason Brown. What a brilliant first lap from the AM driver. An astonishing first lap. Or the tyre choice, or the driving, or a combination of all three, because you can see just how difficult it is for everybody else. There's a spin, you can see it wiggling round under braking, a spin and into the gravel trap. It's only the front wheel, so that might just work for Andrew Porter, who hooks reverse gear and does continue. Towards the braking area for the Robert chicane. There's a second spin, I'm afraid, for Julian Dye. And the first spin at McLean's corner, that looks as though it's down at the old hairpin where he's had a rotation this time. And the fight for 4th and 5th is on here. Shiraz Khan coming in on the inside at the Melbourne hairpin. Has he managed to keep that? It looks like he has. Looks like Wayne Gregory has taken his place back. Shiraz still battling with him as they head toward Goddard's into the next lap. And there is the Class 2 Championship leader, Shiraz Khan, who's had a spin. And if you look at his tyres, you can see there's no tread on those. He's on the slick tyre, trying to navigate his way around the Donington Park Grand Prix circuit. And that is a spin for the man who is leading the AM Class Championship coming into this weekend. He was running 6th in the class. He's now got to wait until there's a gap in the traffic before he can finally get over the start-finish line. So, from 6th in the class, he might even struggle to be in the top 10 in the class by the time he comes through and over the start-finish line. He's dropped to 8th in the class already and still hasn't completed that lap. Shiraz Khan, so hopefully he can get the car fired up and pointing in the right direction. No, still in the wrong direction. Still trying to get it fired up. It looks like he's having difficulty starting the car here. I wonder what's happening. Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe some damage from the off on the first lap, perhaps. This will be really painful for Shiraz, sitting and watching his championship fly by